to tell you that there are too many things that is not good to divulge on air. But let me just tell you that by the special grace of God, God gave us a right person, right thinking, right mindset person, and a man that is project-driven to better the life of Rivers people, to use the resources of Rivers people for Rivers people. So all antics and all the detractors are doing. Like for me, as a professional, I will tell you that criticism is good because it will spoil government to do better. But it depends on the fact at which you are presenting your situation. What we see in Rivers State is pure antagonistic system. But for us, the government is able, because of the organic followership of Rivers people and the trust they have for him, to provide what is required for our people. So no matter what the dictators are doing, and we continue to do, because we don't expect them to stop, let them continue. And even when they continue, the Rivers will know the truth, know that they are the right path. So no matter their distraction, it will not work. But as of that they will try. They have tried severally and it didn't work. Yeah, the government was right when he said about the keynote speakers, we approached, we are called, we have done this on them, advances made to make sure that they don't attempt to fall the hand of Rivers State government, as the commoners will say. But by the special grace of God, he held and came up very, very well.
Okay. I do have a break in about 2 minutes time, so we're going to quickly answer this question. And the question is, who are these persons? Can you help us identify them? Because you said, for instance, the 20,000 housing unit saboteur was caught, or one of them was caught, and he did confess. So who did he confess is sponsoring him, or the group of people sponsoring him? Can you tell us? I know you said a lot cannot be divulged on air, but can you please tell us?
I've told you that by the full weight of the law is taking its course, and by the special grace of God, the law will course like I will always believe. Now, it is not in my place. I want to tell you about Mr. A or Mr. B, but at the appropriate time, the state government will make a statement that will be convincing and shocking to you and other many unsuspected Rivers people, so that they will actually know and identify those that are the enemies of Rivers State. So just be patient with me, be patient with the government. You will get to know these information as the clearance is being given.
Okay, we have a commercial break, not very long. I'll be with you shortly. But the next question I want to ask you is this political? So after the commercial break, you would, since you're not telling us who these people are, at least you can tell us if this is all a political game. Stay tuned.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They
the special advisor to the governor on political affairs, Darlington RG, via the phone. I am Kala Dakorubatibo, and what are we talking about? We're talking about people who are sabotaging governance in Rivers State, because the governor, His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara, is saying that they are attempts to derail governance in Rivers State. So yeah, we're looking at it. So before the break, Darlington, I was asking, is this political? Even if you can't tell us who these people are, can you at least hint us on whether it is part of the political battle in Rivers State?
Let me break the scenario to you. I don't know whether you are following the political affairs about the issue of developments and updates in Rivers State. I don't know whether you are following up.
I follow.
If you are following up, let me remind you of a statement that you have made in the past. I will suffer you, I will frustrate you, I will make people ask you questions. What did they ask?
Okay, so you're saying saying it's related to those statements?
No, I'm coming in my place. If you say you will deal with me in the night and I go to sleep and I couldn't wake up, my people are bound to ask you questions.
Okay.
That is my tradition. I'm not saying that it must be you or not, but they will ask you question that yesterday night you threatened this young man. So what happened this night? Could it be that he fled into his house or whatever? That's a statement for another day. But what I'm trying to make to you is that if you want statements are made sometimes, enemies could grip into it just to make sure that they will create an avenue that you will be suspecting the enemy when I'm the person dealing with you. How about say that the governor and government of Rivers State realizes that there is nothing politicians cannot do, and we are in a political season, other than the period we are supposed to be allowed as a government to concentrate and bring up so many promises we made, because a lot of areas, places are calling for attention. You understand? In the state. But what we see here is frustration from left, right, center. Let me show you. Let me just let the scenario. The land acquired in Alo and Roko was acquired in 2003.
Under Amechi.
Was already in the reign of the former governor, the owner of the structure in Rivers State.
Okay.
His Excellency Sir Dr. Peter Odele.
Okay.
That was when the property was acquired. In 2015 and 2024, because there is crisis in Rivers State, some people will come to say that government is invading into their land. I don't know whether you understand. And such people have been called upon. Bring up evidences to show that either you are not paid or you were paid or that you have property there. So there are sabotage in different forms. The most important thing is that when you identify that efforts are being made on daily basis to frustrate you, and you say no to it and you resist it, then you get the kind of achievement His Excellency the government is getting now.
Okay.
So for us, it will even be a good that we are not being criticized, we are not being attacked as we are seeing on daily basis. It will make us continue to provide for the Rivers people, because there is no question, there is no enough reason that we can give that will be enough other than to solve the problem of Rivers people, which His Excellency the governor is doing.
Okay, I was going to ask you, let's look at the issues on ground. Now, you've mentioned the people who are coming out to claim that the lands that the 20,000 housing unit is on belongs to them. And the governor mentioned about, 52, 53 court cases, thereabout. Could it be that the then administration of Peter Odele did not maybe follow due process in acquiring the land? Once again, could it be? Looking at the spare part market, the motor spare part market, could it also be that, certain processes that were followed in maybe compensating the first contractor did not follow due process? Could that be the case?
Assuming without proceeding that due process was not followed before those land was acquired. If you know the especially Fubara, you are a renowned accountant, you will know that he will not venture into that development without following due process or due diligence. That land, even the government has acquired it for a very long time, was properly investigated and confirmed before a dime was being committed into that land. So the point I'm making But I can tell you that the most important thing is that the man, and that is why the governor have said, if you feel that your land is forcefully taken, please approach Greater Port Harcourt, which is, for that project that is on. So I can lay your claim. And if you are correct, government will not grab your land, they will pay you off. You will discuss with government. That's why I talk about sabotage. And it's certain information he has I don't have, like I've always told you. And it is obvious, except the man who wants to claim what is not. So the point I'm making is that we are aware of those people, but what will they achieve at the end of the day? They will achieve only in making us more popular as they have made us. Like I will tell everyone who cares to know that essentially the governor is the most popular governor in Nigeria as it stands today, and also thank God for peace. Also the most peaceful governor in Nigeria as it stands today. So Canada, don't bother. What you should be interested in is to see how we are going to come out in the next 80 years by the special grace of God.
But you see, that's why we're having this conversation, because if they are saboteurs and we are not naming the saboteurs yet, that they can be judged and made to face the wrath of the law, then we wonder if the government will, be able to scale through some of the hurdles, some of the obstacles put in place by these saboteurs. And that's why it, behoves on us to have this conversation.
Yeah, I think that any love and respect for Rivers people. If you make promises to them and you keep to it, if you are reliable and trusted and transparent, Rivers people will take it very serious. These qualities are endowed in His Excellency the Governor of Rivers State. So I have told you that people are distracting him, which is expected or not, especially with what we are passing through. And I'm aware that we are aware of what His Excellency is. But yesterday in the church Thanksgiving,
that's 2 days ago.
You hear him say very clearly, it's not been easy. But for God, we don't have the same what we are saying here. See, there are too many things government cannot tell you. But just be right assured that there is no thing who gives to Rivers people other than to provide what we have promised them. And we are doing it and will continue to do it.
All right, and thank you very much for your time and for keeping us updated with what is happening and telling us who. I mean, you've promised to tell us in the nearest future who these saboteurs are once the law takes its course, and we will be waiting to hear from you.
Government will not speak on it.
All right, then. Thank you very much, Darlington RG, Special Advisor to the Governor on Political Affairs.
Thank you so much.
All right, then. Okay, so for those of you who are just joining, I'm going to play a sound bite. The governor talking about the saboteurs, he was exposing the various attempts to scuttle his governance. Take a listen.
When Amechi came in, he brought a policy, Greater Port Harcourt, and he acquired a lot of land from the Equatorial Axis, all those places. And everybody knows that those lands were paid for. When the immediate past administration came in, greater number of that land were also given to people for development. When TAP approached us and we did our own survey through the minister, through Greater Port Harcourt City Development Agency, gave them a land, and as soon as they commenced the project, we've gotten over 52 litigations. People coming to claim that the land belongs to them. Is to tell you the level of sabotage that this government is facing. When I say I don't like to talk, I have a reason. But it has to get to a point when you tell people, tell the world that this is what it is. We had this project, we call it spare parts village, that we wanted to. The previous administration already had arrangements. Even before that time, we came in, took up this project, called the partners who could not continue because their investors were Russians. And when the crisis started, they couldn't come in with their funds again. But because they committed money there, we had to call a new investor, come and take over this thing. An investor came. We agreed, paid off the old investor, the new man started. You won't believe that people who don't want us to succeed even had to go and call the former. Thank God for those of us who still have fear and respect for God. And the man said, am I taking them to court for what? The man called us. We sat, we discussed, and paid us off. What justification do I have? How can I even look at the man? If there's anything this government is suffering, sabotage. Economic summit that we had, every notable speaker that we invited were called. What are you going to do there now? Hey, not going to embarrass me. What are you going to do there? I'm telling you. But to the glory of God, we had few men and women who had the courage to come out and stand with us.
All right, you had it yourself. So I'm not making up I'm not making up the conversation. I'm not making up the story. Remember, I told you met with some media people. Let's put it that way. Directors, head of stations, editors. Media people basically. And it was just telling them that, see, my government is facing sabotage. People out there trying to scuttle the government. And I want to get your thoughts on that, basically. I just spoke with the special advisor on political affairs. I'm wondering what is being done. He says in due time, all of these people's identities would be exposed. The identities will be exposed. So I'm wondering what you think. What do you make of the governor's statement? What do you make of what is happening according to his claim? I'd like to get your thoughts. The phone lines are open. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007, WhatsApp number 0809-0306-416. Once again, 0809-0306-416. Now, you're wondering where I got the story from. I got the story from the Government House Facebook page. Sometimes you could just follow that page so you can get an idea of what is happening in Rivers State as it relates to governance and as it relates to politics in the state. And the special advisor on political affairs actually said we are in a political season. I wonder if that is really the case. But let's get your thoughts and let's talk for development. I wonder who these people are. I mean, the government of Rivers State is not yet telling us, but I wonder if you're wondering. Anyways, Mira from Okrika is on the line. Mira, welcome. What is on your mind?
Thank you, KDB. Good evening.
Yeah. Welcome, Mira.
You see, KDB, what is so sad about all this is that it is Rivers people sabotaging Rivers State. Those are, if it didn't go in your favor, if everything is not working according to how you want it, the Rivers State cannot grow, cannot move forward. I said, who are you? Is Rivers State your company, your personal company? Is Rivers State your okay, let me say, your household, your family that you can control? Can it be the first stage at thinking your enemies is knowing who they are. If you know who they are, you from far, you know and you understand their strategy. Trust me, you started defeating them. But I want to advise our governor not to be deterred, honestly. With or without their approval, with all this sabotage, because the majority of the people are supporting him, River State will conquer. River State, she will conquer. That's it for the day.
I've got Magnus from Port Harcourt. Welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear.
Thank you so much, Canada. Good evening.
Yeah.
Yes, concerning what the governor is saying towards the job that is going on. I think the government of the day is in the pole position to put things right in the state. If you go to that place that he's talking about, we all know that in this state, when the previous administration left,
can you hear me now?
also, many land grabbers, people who doesn't have properties, they are beginning to show in fact some other estate valuers came in and acquired land illegally from people. Also, I expected that this present government will call everybody together and see how they go to liaise with everybody to know.
But Magnus, if you bought,
from there they'll be able to do whatever they want to do. But as case may be, I think the government is in full position to do everything right. So I want to encourage the government not to look at what they are saying or what they are doing. Look at those things and see how they can be able to liaise with people there and put things right in the state. Thank you so much.
But Magnus, can you hear me, Magnus? I've got a question for you. If the people bought the land from people who are operating illegally, then, I mean, it's an illegal transaction. Why should the government be responsible for that transaction?
The governor talked about sabotage. It's real.
Oh my, sorry, Magnus, connection lost there. Is it Ken from Ubumini? Welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Good day once more, Canada.
Yeah, welcome, is it Ken?
Canada, I have only an advice for the governor. Because Fela said one time that when they threw his mother out of the building, that was when he was more stronger and encouraged and eager to fight his cause. That is the step our governor should take. There is no administration that has never encountered any sabotage. But it will be unfortunate for he who will be caught, like the one in the how many thousand estate, that particular person, that singular person should pay and face the wrath of whatever damage that had been made in that estate. That is how to curb sabotage.
All right.
In anywhere, both in the Riebe side, wherever they get anybody, that person should not only mention the name of the sender, but also to face the wrath of the music or what he committed. So let the governor go ahead and do whatever thing he wants to do for the River State in order to develop River State. Posterity remains. Posterity is real. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. I've got JJ from Port Harcourt Township. JJ, welcome. What is on your mind?
Canada. Good afternoon.
Welcome, JJ.
I hope you know the current state of the Boli internal road, where contractor has been giving money, and the rest is story right now.
You mean the one the governor contracted, if that's the word? Is that the one you're talking about?
The Boli road doesn't have two contractors.
Okay, I think I remember the story now. The one where he asked the contractor to go back to site and ensure that he finishes the job.
At the end of the day, he collected money and 2 hours.
Okay, all right.
And jobs are not going on and all those put together. And the governor has given final warning. Like what Darlington has said, a whole lot from threatening people and all those put together. But our people say that no matter how the ego frown, the native doctor will see you for sacrifice. So my governor Siminalayi Fubara, is not bothered about whatever they think they are doing.
But JJ, now I do know for a certainty that you're close to the government. You are in the corridors of governance. Don't you think, like the last caller said, the guy from MO, I'm trying to remember exactly where, is it Ken? He said that the people who have been caught should be made an example to other detractors. The people who...
That is how it is. When it comes to government business, my personal belief is that there's no mercy. If you come and want to show yourself and sabotage the government, then you should know the implication. Nobody comes tomorrow to say, oh, our Pekin, we don't know, make we live and make we forgive now. Our work shouldn't be to forgive. God's work is to forgive.
Right.
You face the wrath of the law at the end of the day.
All right.
So all those warnings before, and you don't hear it, ignorance of the law is not an excuse as far as I'm concerned. So if you are given a job, please do it And don't sabotage anybody because it's not in your community or because you're not benefiting directly, please.
All right, then.
So that tomorrow when the hands of the law come for you, you don't say, oh, the governor is wicked. Lots of names are beginning to come. Well, let them keep doing, and they will also be punished at the end of the day.
All right, thank you very much, JJ. Thank you for your time. Let's take a listen to Ibiso.
Kalada, good afternoon once again. Anyhow they plan to stop the good project the governor is doing, they will not succeed. The people are with him, God is with him. Now imagine the governor hosting Rivers Investment Program and people are calling the guest speakers not to come. Anti-progress people. Just imagine. And tomorrow they'll come on radio and say that the governor is not doing anything. If this governor tell the public everything is passing through, you will cry for the governor. He's not that talking type. He's a shock observer. So the man, the grace is upon him.
All right.
You want to build housing unit, they want to color it with a bad name. Anything you want to do, different things, want to frustrate the governor, they will not succeed. Rivers people are with him. Governor, do the work that will affect the people positively. Thank God for the student bursary. Employ the youth.
All right.
Do things that your name will be in the Guinness Book of Record. Thank you.
All right, Ida from Inkoro. Ida, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Kalada, I greet you special.
Yes, I greet you right back. Welcome.
Kalada, I don't know whether Darlington or GCDADC. Make him mention their names because I know he didn't get that capacity. Know them. Make him mention their names. And that I want to tell the governor, make him no fear. Rivers will be in back. Project, no be Fubon Koro, then that project come from. Then can't go to local government. Governor of the help has to carry all project come Fubon Koro. So anybody do that, maybe arrest that person. They don't also responsible. They made them bring them, made them jail them.
All right.
Why not this governor want to take Rivers to the promised land?
All right.
Look at every year the boom. You see his future. You see what they talk now. Human development one to one. The best of the trooping day by day. Anybody they talk, anybody they catch me, they arrest them.
All right. Then.
They show them for television. So I will know that this one I know like Rivers.
All right, Ida.
Governor, take action. No, you don't take action. Go take action for you.
Ida, thank you very much. Ida from Inkoro, thank you. But let's see and hear from this person. He says, those guys are the beast we created. They are natural bullies. SB. What guys are you talking about? Do you know them? I'd like to hear from you. But let's take a listen.
Greetings and good afternoon, KDB. Ascetic away from my three. Having listened to the essay, I feel bitter and pained. I feel pained what is happening to us as Rivers people. Look at how we are supposed to be moving forward. A group of people are busy pressing their calculators just to drag us back. We know them. We know these persons.
Who are they?
These are people that forgot their bathing towels in the government house. These are people that are looking for structures instead of looking for the betterment of Rivers indigenes. These are people that keep insulting the seat of the governor. These are people that keep insulting the position of the governor in form or thinking they're insulting the governor himself. These are people that are bitter in soul. We know them, but like the essay said, we will hear from them. As when time, at the right time, we are going to hear from them. Thank you.
All right. Victor from Oibo says, it is not everything you play politics with. I have no doubt in mind that this present government is ready to transform the landscape of River State. Government of the day should continue with their developmental strides, with their scorecard. They will stand tall and suppress the enemy of the state. Victor from Oibo, thank you very much. This one says, what seems said, or what Governor Sim said is correct. Take it or leave it. If they like, let them continue deceiving themselves. Governor Sim is in charge of River State. Confidence in Lebadim from Osuzueche. Let's take a listen to this now.
Kalada, my name is Honorable from Inkoro.
All right, Ida, I already got your thoughts and your contributions. I'm going to make way for other people so that they can add theirs. And this one says, good evening, dears. Let him mention names than weeping unnecessary sentiments. All right, thank you very much for that contribution. Let's now look at what we do have from our Facebook commentators. Blessing Daniel, okay, you're referring to someone there. I'm going to skip that. Alerus P says, the statement credited to my governor is in the right direction. There is always time for everything. Within this period, he has opened up to let them know that he's aware they ought to make good use of this window period or face the full wrath of the law at a set time. Chuku Prince says, the governor has nothing to offer to Rivers people, always crying and looking for sympathy. Do you agree with Chuku Prince on Facebook? I'd like to get your thoughts. I'm taking this call. 92.3 Nigeria Info. What's your name? Where are you calling in from? I'd like to hear from you.
My name is Thomas. I am calling you from Rukoko.
All right, quickly, we've got a commercial, so you've got 2 minutes.
Okay. I want to remind those who are actually constantly making issues to make the government of Rivers State uncomfortable. Let me assure them that as far as this government is concerned, this government will succeed.
Okay.
Because I'm very sure that some of these people who are doing all of this, if they are there, they won't take what this governor is taking. But I'm sure, thank God for life, if anything you give to others, it will always come back to you. But I want to beg them, they should allow other majority of the people who are actually either resident or indigenous of this state to also enjoy the tranquility of this state.
All right, then.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I've got a commercial, so I've got to step on the brakes right now, drop the anchor. But we have got another conversation coming up. Let's even check what's on the schedule. Okay, I can still take some more calls after the commercial, so you stay on the show. You stay glued to the show. When I do come back, I take some more contributions via WhatsApp and on the phone or even on Facebook. And when we come back, we'll talk some more. But then, the 5 o'clock hour, I would be talking about the strength and stability of the banking sector in Nigeria. So it's no longer news. Heritage Bank has been liquidated by relevant authorities, and we'll be looking at that. The NDIC is looking at reimbursing customers. They already started the process. So we'll talk about the strength of the banking sector, because a lot of us have got our monies in various banks, either online banks or deposit banks. So you stay tuned. We will talk some more.
Janet, what are you buying there? It's oil for cooking. Unbranded oil in a bottle.
It's something affordable and it works just fine for me.
You should